Hi, I'm Tori, and you're watching Toribanashi. Episode 3. Don't swipe people on a dating app just to hate them for their job.
早速本題なんですけど
Let's take a break from traveling to Japan and talk about jobs, dating apps, SEO, pancakes and cookies recipes, doodles, and SpongeBob. It will be fun, I promise. Shopping addiction, merch, plane tickets, visa expenses, all of it requires money. Where do I get it? Am I rich? No. Am I an IT engineer? Also no. Am I married to Gojo Satoru? Well, not yet! I've been working in digital marketing as an SEO expert for more than 10 years. And I want to share my career journey and thoughts on it with you. Disclaimer: everything I'm going to say is a personal opinion, not a career advice or a consultation. You can take things with a grain of salt. Also, this video is mostly just going to be about my experience working in SEO and my own view on it, which is very subjective. And I'll sprinkle in a bunch of my doodles to keep things very entertaining. So enjoy! SEO is an abbreviation for Search Engine Optimization. It's when you optimize your website's content and technical conditions so search engine can find and rank your website accordingly. SEO can be used not only for websites but for mobile apps and YouTube videos. However, my work experience is mostly with websites, so I will only talk about that in this video. SEO is the reason why you both love and hate the internet today. The basic idea of SEO was simple and actually good. You make your website follow certain guidelines and other people will be able to find it. Well, that didn't go well, because everyone trying to abuse and hack the system to rank higher and quicker. You know, when you Google a recipe and get a full-on history lesson instead just like cookie recipe. Once I was on Tinder, it's relevant, I promise, and I mentioned in my profile that I was doing SEO for a job. A website developer swiped me. His first message was, "Actually, I swiped you only to tell you that I hate all SEOs and your stupid tasks." Basically, SEO is no riz field, I guess. I'm going to tell you more about hate on us and why it could be valid sometimes, but in the later part of the video, so stick around till the end. How did I get into SEO? When I graduated from my university, I already had a job as a content writer. I started working as a freelance writer while I was a student, and I had a year of experience and an office job right after I got my master's degree. I wanted to have a job that didn't require a dress code. I even went to one of my job interviews in a SpongeBob t-shirt to test are they going to be fine with it or not. I was hired, by the way. I found a drawing from that interview, and you can see the exact print I got at that time. My art style was so different, right? I was writing content for different websites, and I worked for SEO experts. So at least that's how I discovered keywords and the way text should be structured for web pages. I was also curious about digital marketing in general, social media, PPC, YouTube. The reason I got into SEO was because a local popular marketing agency opened up an SEO course. The application for the course was a bit weird. You had to pass a test with logical puzzles, and I hate those! I can't say I'm not able to solve them, they just piss me off. And you know what I did? For those puzzles, I didn't know the answers. I was drawing doodles over it, with chippies, like short comics, like, oh, I have no idea what's the answer, but enjoy the drawing, please. I don't have the test's paper, of course, but I can show you how my doodles looked at that time. Many years later, I discovered that it was those drawings that caught the attention of one of people who evaluated the applications, because they were looking for creative people, and that's why I got accepted even though I didn't solve a lot of the puzzles. I got a job offer right after I finished a course. Since doodles got me into courses, I also used them in my resume. Here's how it looked. For the record, I don't think this would work in the modern job market, so don't take anything from this video as an advice. I think modern applications are mostly processed through AI check, which will get you 100% declined. And even if it's an art job, I think it's not a good idea to doodle in your resume at this day and age. Because of my good performance in a course, I started as a middle specialist, not a junior. Also, 10 years ago, SEO wasn't that separated by roles as it is today. I'm not going to explore too much about what my career looked like. Basically, I worked for an agency, made my own projects, and worked with startups and corporations at different period of time. SEO is a career that is able not only to pay my bills, but also support my hobbies like drawing, acting, attending big music events, and traveling, especially traveling to Japan. Here's also the average salary in Europe, though I used to earn less because I'm from a part of Europe with lower wages. As far as I know, right now SEO is experiencing the same issues as every field on the job market. AI panic, layoffs, complex hiring process. But you know what? When I started my career, everyone was saying that SEO is dead, like 100% dead. Most of these things were based on Google's decision to make their algorithm more complicated. But at least back in my day, Google didn't recommend eating glue. My point is, I don't think ChatGPT or whatever could replace SEO experts because the job still requires a human approach. For example, a lot of SEO tools will give you recommendations that could be wrong or not up to date because tools can't react as quickly to search engine updates as a real person. With all that said, let me share with you my opinion on what pros and cons SEO as a job has in general. Pros: sustainable career with a lot of options to grow. I mentioned that I've been doing SEO for over 10 years, and being an expert in SEO doesn't necessarily mean you just have to check the content and put random keywords here and there. The SEO career path has a lot of ways you can follow. I'll talk briefly about each of them and what they require. Junior and middle levels. You need to go through this to ensure your career path. You learn basics, theory, software, search engine guidelines, and so on, and get some first hard skills. You can work with agencies, work as a freelancer, or even make your own website to learn skills. This level requires the supervision of a senior specialist or head of SEO if you work for a company. Senior level. This level will require you to have more hard skills than the middle one. You'll need to know about web development and learn to code, to write basic scripts for automation of routine processes. Head of SEO, team leader. If senior SEO has enough soft skills, they can try to lead a team and develop management skills. In these positions, SEO specialists don't execute tasks themselves, but write strategy and assign tasks to junior and middle levels. Project manager. This may have similar tasks to team leader, but also it may be different depending on where you work. You can work with clients and help to connect gaps between SEO specialists and web engineers. Good SEO specialist doesn't necessarily mean he has good soft skills. That's where a manager can help. Teacher and mentor. The good news is that SEO is useful not only if you want to be an SEO specialist. From my experience, I taught marketing directors or web engineers, so it would be easier for them to work together with their SEOs. But of course, teaching people who want to get into the field is also very important. So as you can see, SEO has a clear growing path for different kinds of skill sets. Con: everyone hates you. In the previous part, you probably noticed that I mentioned a lot about the need to explain things between SEO experts and clients, engineers, managers. I know it could be said about many jobs, but SEO has a lot of miscommunications and things that make everyone very frustrated. One of the main reasons is that SEO results are not visible immediately. Sometimes things are very slow. Another thing is SEO very sensitive to any changes on a website. I give you a simple example. Each page on a website has a certain URL address, like the one I'm showing on the screen right now. For SEO, it's very important to not change that address. Or if you need a change, you have to do it a certain way. And it's not always clear to everyone else why it's so important, and they can start making changes and then lose ranking and traffic, and boom! Everyone hates you! But you know what? Imagine they decided to ask you, can I change those URLs? And you say, no. Boom! They hate you again! Even when you explain your reasoning to them. Anyway, of course I'm exaggerating a bit, not everyone hates you, though that Tinder story was real. The guy was just mad at SEO tasks, but I just wanted to vent, and I think this is a con of this career. Pro, you can get into other digital marketing and branches. Digital marketing is a vast field where if you learn SEO tools and basics, they will be helpful even if you decide to change careers. You can try being a PPC manager, promote only mobile apps, ASO, become analytic, or work with YouTube, like me right now. My friend who's helping me with the channel, she asked me to draw her as a rabbit, so here we go. When she was teaching me how to upload videos, she said, so yeah, there's basically a part where you just do your SEO things. Also, I used to work in Japan as a digital marketer, not as just an SEO expert. Comment if you want to hear this story about my work in Japan. I think to make a video about it. So yeah, SEO is convenient for career switching too. Con: working with a black box. The thing is that SEO experts don't know exactly how search engine algorithms work. We have to experiment a lot to get the experience and explain many things with "it depends." Sometimes we get some leaks of data and kind of get validated for our guesses, or not. And working with a black box could be frustrating. Pro: experiments. Well, experimenting all the time is not only a con, it's also what makes the job fun. Finding tools and ways to get results makes the job very interesting and rewarding. You always have to come up with ideas, so even if you worked with 100 websites, for each of them you had to try different approaches. Con: burnout. I experienced burnout from SEO a couple of times through my 10+ years in this career. There could be many reasons for that. Google updates can destroy years of your job just overnight. Clients don't want to implement your recommendations and then complain their traffic is not growing. The corporation you are working for starts a project, but when you are this close to getting the results from SEO, they close it, so your work was just for nothing. All these frustrations can align and cause a burnout. Pro: remote-friendly job. Since the pandemic, the need to work from home has grown. And I just want to say that SEO was remote-friendly before it was cool. Some of my colleagues have been working this way through all of their careers. I had experience both working from the office and from home. Conclusion: I started doing this channel because I want to share my stories and experiences, mostly for the purpose of entertainment. But if you find anything helpful, that would be great. I just recently noticed when people mention SEO, they use it in a negative way. But I wanted you all to know that you need to channel that anger towards algorithm and the way they work, not to a person asking you to write a history of a cookie for a recipe website. The thing is, without keywords, you won't find that recipe at all. I know some SEO techniques are basically spam and harmful, but that can be true for any IT profession. Some programmers write software for game apps, others make spam software. My point is, if you are on a dating app and you see a person who mentioned they do SEO for a job, maybe swipe them if you're actually interested in them, not for hateful messages. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to watch more videos with my doodles, please subscribe, smash that like button and leave a comment about what you think of SEO. I know this video is a bit different from previous ones. I'm inspired by storytime channels that talk about different things, though my next video is going to be Japan related again. If you want to support the channel, consider becoming a patron. I'm already working on my next video, so see you in the next one!